The government shutdown is hitting home with SNAP benefits being put on pause. I'm Blake Gully and I'll have that story coming up.
Plus, new cell phone laws in Oklahoma take effect next month. We're going to take a look at the areas likely impacted. And authorities in one Missouri town respond to this crash into a restaurant.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Millions of families across our nation depend on SNAP benefits to put food on the table. But with the federal government shutdown still in effect, officials say those benefits might not arrive next month. This is KOAM News. I'm Dow Quick. KOAM's Blake Gully explains how the change could affect families across the 4 states.
I do receive food stamps, but I do work.
As a single mom, Desiree Huber depends on federally funded programs like SNAP to help feed her growing family. She understands some people may abuse the system, but says for many the support is essential.
There's also people who genuinely need it, who actually need it to provide for their families, because those who are on Social Security, disability, and who are disabled can go out and get jobs to be able to provide for their families. And you know, I grew up on SNAP, and I use SNAP to benefit towards my family as well, because like I said, sometimes, you know, the cost of living has went up.
In a statement to KOAM, Bailey Watts, media director for the Missouri Department of Social Services, says, "We understand how difficult the situation is for Missouri families who rely on SNAP benefits to meet their food needs. DSS encourages SNAP participants to look at the potential of stretching their October balance into November if possible." Here at Cross Lines Ministries in Joplin, families turn for help when they're in need. And with the government shutdown and SNAP benefits being paused for November, the line will likely get longer. Ozark Food Harvest is preparing for that increase.
So suddenly not having access to those benefits is going to leave a gigantic shortfall in their grocery budget. So it's incredibly important to support food banks like Ozark's Food Harvest, as well as local pantries like Crosslines Joplin right now, because they're going to see that influx of need.
State officials say they'll resume issuing SNAP benefits as soon as federal funding is restored. Reporting in Joplin, Blake Gully, KOAM News.
In Jasper County alone, more than 18,000 individuals use SNAP benefits. Those families are each receiving nearly $200 a month from the program. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
And it definitely turned out to be a great fall day for us today. You got to remember, all last week we were sitting mainly into the 80s. Really a good chunk of October has mainly been into the 80s. Yesterday felt quite a bit cooler, but we were still upper 70s to near 80 degrees. And then look at this, we dropped mid 40s during the morning hours, and then upper 60s for afternoon highs. So if you're wondering, is this where we should be? It actually is. 69 is our average high. We hit 68. Our overnight lows were right about where they should be as well. Look at that record high of 89 degrees. Oh, rainfall, because of course we had the rain over this past weekend. We're at 1.7 inches. We are almost an inch behind, but we got more rain coming. We got a pretty big storm system moving in Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Thunderstorms next week. We'll break it all down for you here in just a bit.
All right, we'll catch you in a few. Starting November 1st, there's going to be a new law in effect in Oklahoma that will enhance punishment for anyone seen using their cell phones while driving in a school zone or construction zone. The law is designed to help drivers pay attention in those areas. The Miami police chief says it's a primary offense and officers will be on the lookout for phones.
Unfortunately, we see it all the time. People just aren't paying attention. They're distracted by everything that's going on in life, just like the rest of us are. They don't see the lights flashing. They don't realize it's an imposed school zone during certain times. So we work with the school resource officers here within Miami to make sure that we're doing enforcement.
Miami police say they're going to focus on education the first few weeks that law is in effect. Might sound like Halloween fun, but unfortunately it's the name of a new scam. Previously, debit and credit card scams required physical contact, but ghost tapping, as it's called, gets rid of that. This new scam, ghost tapping, takes advantage of tap-to-pay credit cards and mobile wallets, according to the Better Business Bureau. While the payment methods for tap-to-pay are generally safe, scammers can exploit it in crowded spaces or distracting situations. Once a scammer has your information, they might only make small transactions to avoid you noticing right away.
example, some scammers that are utilizing this tapping scam will set up as a fake vendor and then try to talk you into a small purchase. You may think you spent $10 and then find out on the back end they charged not only the $10 but additional amounts of money or even larger than the $10 amount.
Here's how to protect yourself from ghost tapping. When at any event, like say flea markets or festivals, make sure you always see the business name and transaction amount before tapping your card. Then after any big gatherings like that, keep an eye on your bank account for suspicious charges. Also, consider using wallets or sleeves for your credit card with radio frequency identification or RFID protection. It can help stop wireless skimming. Authorities released information today regarding an early Monday morning crash into a restaurant. Look at this. Reports say a semi-truck slammed into a Burger King in St. Robert, Missouri. Authorities report no injuries to staff or the semi-driver, but caution the public to stay away from the area for the sake of safety. Labette County High School's football program continues its winning ways. Sports Director Ryan Blank is going to show us how the Grizzlies lean on teamwork to get the job done. That's coming up. But up first, winter preparation before winter gets here.
As temperatures begin to drop, the Economic Security Corporation is working to help Southwest Missouri families stay warm. I'm Kenny Foreman, and I'll have more on that coming up.
As temperatures begin to drop, the Joplin-based Economic Security Corporation's Weatherization Department continues to assist low-income families throughout Southwest Missouri in reducing their energy costs. KOAM's Kenny Foreman has more.
During these chilly times, Weatherization Director Matt Daniel wants to make life a little less stressful.
We try to make people more comfortable in their homes. We try to seal up their homes to save them money so they're able to afford more food or medication rather than having to spend it on utility bills.
Eligible households can request work to be done on their homes, which can include door and window replacement as well as insulation installment.
Some homes are in pretty good shape and we're able to just do some minor repairs or minor energy saving measures, and then other houses are they're older homes. We see a lot of older homes, and we can just do what we can do with the money that we have and the funding that we're allowed.
Of course, doing housework like this for free isn't always easy.
The biggest issue is always the pre-existing work that's been done, trying to work around it. This house is a cement cinder block house that has its own challenges with putting doors in. It's not a wood frame, so it's hard to work with.
But the nonprofit is driven by a commitment to ensuring every dollar each household spends is for good use.
We just want to keep the bought air where you want it. So all that air that you purchase for AC or for heat, the goal of what we do is to try and keep it in the living areas where you want it and not have it leak out into the world or have air from the outside come in any more than necessary.
Although they do receive federal funding at the moment, Daniel says that the organization has yet to be impacted by the ongoing government shutdown. Reporting in Joplin, Kenny Foreman, KOAM News.
The services are currently in high demand with about 200 on the waiting list. The organization still encourages those interested to submit an application on their website. A little bit later, an elementary school in Oklahoma pays tribute to a life lost too soon.
Plus, our temperatures stay pretty nice and also some rain chances back in the forecast. We're going to look at that coming up. Well, definitely it turned out to be a great Tuesday for us today. Temperatures right where they should be for this time of the year, as we got a little bit cooler air that worked in behind this storm system that you can actually see spinning up through the Great Lakes. Our cold front is draped way down toward the south, so we're in that nice cooler Canadian air mass on top of us, and that's what we're going to see, at least for the next couple days. We are going to warm up a little bit, but not that much. Winds are calming down a bit. Still northwesterly wind at about 5 to 10 to 15 at times, but they're going to stay fairly light as we go through the overnight hours tonight. All right, let's go through time. Temperatures by morning is going to be another chilly one, 45, 46, 47 degrees to kick off the day. As we go through the day by noon, we're looking at mid 60s by the afternoon, a little bit warmer. We're going to go into lower 70s for highs. So 4 or 5 degrees above where we should be. Clear skies stick around into Thursday morning. Then we start to get some clouds increasing in here as we go into Thursday afternoon. But look at our temps. Again, very nice, 72, 73 degrees. Notice this, shower or two starts to pop up late Thursday. I'm going to keep Thursday dry because these are mainly going to be Thursday night. Scattered showers, here's late evening. Scattered showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder rumbling through, and then just light showers after midnight and into Friday morning. So this is the beginnings of our next storm system, which is going to start to affect us. 43 in the morning, 66 by noon. High temp 73 on your Wednesday. Looks great. Those evening daylight hours shrinking up in a hurry. Remember, daylight saving time, 2 weeks, a little less than 2 weeks from now. And then it's going to look like this at 5:15 in the evening hours as we cruise right on through the fall season. All right, 60s, 50s, 40s. Right now, we're mainly into the mid-60s, still near 70 once you get into northeastern parts of Oklahoma. We have this nice northerly fetch of wind out of Canada, and we look pretty good. So this system exits. Here comes our next storm system rolling in. So our main jet stream is up here, so there's nothing really to shove this along. So the end result is it takes its good old sweet time pushing through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Then this system drops in by Monday and Tuesday. This actually kicks that first system out, and then this should bring quite a bit cooler air in, and we just look how the jet stream is really strengthening. So by this time next Friday, we're almost into Halloween time. All right, so on Friday afternoon, light showers. This is going to affect high school football as well. Friday evening into Saturday. Here's Saturday evening, still showers. Going into Sunday, showers. Chances for rain most of the day Sunday. Then we get a brief break. Then thunderstorms light up Monday night. Some of those guys could be strong to possibly severe, so we want to watch that. Also, rainfall potential over about the next 6 days. A lot of areas could pick up 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 inches of rain. 73s next 2 days, only into lower 60s as we head into the weekend. Temperatures, more 60s on there than even 70s.
I, for one, love the cooler temperatures. I don't like the fact that it gets dark so early.
I know, it's depressing.
A little bit, and the daylight saving time ending soon.
I know.
Oh, well, work on that.
I will.
All right, thanks. Still had a couple of local collegiate athletes earn Conference Player of the Week nominations. We're going to have those details for you next. And the Labette County Grizzlies are one of the top teams in Class 4A this season, but have done it without one of their stars. Well, that story and more coming up in sports.
The Labette County Grizzlies currently sit in second place in the Class 4A East standings with a 5-2 record. One thing that stands out about the Grizzlies' success this season is that they're doing it without one star player. Labette County is without star running back Jamal Jackson, who's been injured throughout the season. Last year, Jackson finished with over 2,000 all-purpose yards and 20 touchdowns. But despite not playing in 2025, Jackson's presence is strong, showing up to every practice and game, being a leader for the Grizzlies, especially for guys like Kagan Bates and Deontay Fields, who are stepping up to fill his role.
The football mind really studies the game, knows the game, and he applies that to our practices. You know, he knows what the running backs need to be doing because he's a great running back. You know, he knows drills. He's helping us in things like that, and then watching the games and seeing little things that the running backs can be doing better in games. So, just a great, true leader for our team. And even though he's not in uniform and getting to play right now, he's still helping this team in invaluable ways.
He may not be on the field, but you can still feel his presence on the sideline. He's always cheering guys up if they make like a bad play or something, telling someone to brush it off. It's just never a sad moment with Jamal. He's always upbringing, trying to help everyone be better.
He's great on the sideline. He wants to win just as bad as everyone else, and he's gonna, whether he's in there or not, he's gonna sit there and support us like if he was in there. And Deontay Fields, he's stepped up big for us in the backfield. He's quick and he's shifty.
The Grizzlies round out the regular season at home on Friday against the Chanute Blue Comets. Kickoff at 7 p.m. from Altamont. Following their big win over Missouri Western on Saturday, the Pitt State Gorillas enter their bye week with a 6-2 record. And after an 0-2 start, this Gorillas team has banded together to rattle off 6 straight wins. Talking to the players last week, they emphasized that the tough start was a blessing in disguise. Those 2 early losses helped Pitt State focus on every aspect of the game, big or small. And while some teams might get discouraged after an 0-2 start, the Gorillas used it as motivation to put more work in and find success.
0-2 start, I think, was very important for this team to have. I don't think we would have fixed the things that needed to be fixed because we weren't really emphasizing the details, being disciplined with everything we do. We had some guys showing up to lifts late, and we can't have that. It just emphasizes like, hey, we got to fix these things if we want to win games. If we're not doing the little things right, how are we going to do the big things right? How you do one thing is how you do everything. That's something Coach Ant emphasizes to us a lot.
I think we got punched in the mouth and able to see how we responded and fought through adversity and just rallied together. Some people start 0-2 and throw in the towel, and I think we started 0-2 and put in extra meetings with the players and teammates to, just let everybody know, like, look, we have the team we want. We just need to put everything together. And honestly, we still haven't even played our best football game yet, so I think that's the scary part for other people.
Following up their bye week, it is rivalry week with a rivalry renewed November 1st. Gorillas taking on Missouri Southern in the Jungle at Carney Smith Stadium. Another week, another MIAA Player of the Week honors for a Pitt State Gorilla after their road win over Missouri Western. For the second straight week, Pitt State kicker Austin Schmidt has been named the MIAA Special Teams Player of the Week after scoring his first ever touchdown against Washburn on homecoming en route to his first weekly honors. The junior backed it up with 3 more field goals on Saturday, including a career-long 56-yarder in the win. The Lions of Missouri Southern are coming off their first MIAA win of the year, and after defeating Nebraska Kearney, one Lion received weekly recognition himself. MSSU defensive back R.J. Hill has received the MIAA Defensive Player of the Week honors after a monster game against the Lopers. Hill finished with 2 interceptions, including this 70-yard pick six in the Lions' win. Hill also received the D2Football.com Defensive Player of the Week for his performance. That's it for sports. We're back with more after the break.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. We're going to have more from Oklahoma as the Sooner State begins that new law concerning cell phone use. Plus, community members in Carthage provide care packages for families with babies in the NICU. And Class Limited celebrates 50 years of community service in Southeast Kansas. Those stories, a lot more, of course, is coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Alexander Elementary School in Commerce, Oklahoma dedicated a special bench today. The school honored the memory of 10-year-old Easton Freeman with the memory bench. Easton died in a UTV accident back in April. The memorial bench showcases some of Easton's favorite things, including fishing and his love of Thomas the Tank Engine, a nice tribute by the school and by his family. The weather looking pretty good, Doug.
Yeah, it looks great, actually. 73 tomorrow, 73 on your Thursday. Now, showers, they sneak in. We could use the rain, but not on the weekend. It's going to be a dreary, kind of wet, kind of chilly weekend ahead.
Sounds like fall. Sounds like we're approaching Halloween.
Spookiness.
Thanks for joining us. We're going to see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.